Hello and welcome to FingerTips. As requested by our viewers, we are here with an amazing video on DevOps. For a refresher, in the world of software development, DevOps seems to be just another one of the many fancy terms that might be confusing and even daunting. But relax, we are not going to bombard you with more terms than necessary. In fact, DevOps is not even necessarily about software development. Then, what is it about? Do you really want to know? Keep watching this video to know what exactly is DevOps. To understand the concept of DevOps, let's take an example of a company that is launching a brand new artificial intelligence assistant car. For that, there are two teams in a company. One is development and the other is operations team. Suppose there are 4 people in development team who just sit and execute the code to create the AI-enabled car, and 3 people in the operations team who test the car. The development team has spent around 11 months just creating the AI assistant that can easily recognize voices, take commands, and try to improve the overall driving experience. This development procedure is performed in a controlled environment and everything seems to be on track. Now finally, they will hand over their creation to the operation team, which will test, release and monitor it. But right after testing, it turns out that the AI assistant is not so perfect and facing many issues. For instance, if the command given was lock the door, but if the customer says get the doors locked, then AI is not able to accept the command. Let's have one more example. If the command given is keep the speed at 120, but due to voice change, it is not able to execute it. So, here the operations team found that there were malfunctioning in the development of code, and hence it does not recognize everyone and commands given to it are not getting fulfilled. Due to this, operations team is now angry and frustrated, as they have been working on this project for so long and they didn't get the expected results. On the other hand, development team is now on the defensive side, as they believed that everything was on track and working perfectly, but it was the team operations that didn't execute properly. In conclusion, all of the corrections and improvements will now take almost as long as the product creation did, and both the teams are now against each other. This, in a nutshell, is why DevOps was created and why the businesses were using DevOps services in their companies. DevOps is the mashup of development and operations. It is a method of managing the full application development lifecycle, including development, testing, deployment, and operations by a single team only. By using DevOps, a lot of frustrations and inefficiency could have been avoided if the operations and development team worked with each other right from the start. Because building a wall between operation and development team will only result into slower delivery and less efficient products and services. That's when the concept of DevOps comes into the picture. With DevOps, companies like the one in our example can easily serve their customers and markets in a better way and have a competitive edge. We hope now that you understood the meaning of DevOps. And now we are sure that you might be curious to know how DevOps work and what tools are used in it. So let's see what these tools are and how they help making product delivery faster and more efficient. Here you can visualize a DevOps process as an infinite loop, including the steps like plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor, and through feedback again plan, which resets the loop. The first is plan. At this stage, teams identify the business requirement and collect end user feedback. What they do is create a project roadmap to maximize business value and deliver the desired product on time. Jira or Git can be used to track known issues and manage projects. After tracking and managing projects, the second stage is code. The code development takes place at this stage. Different types of plugins and tools like Git is used to streamline the development process, by which security flaws and poor coding practices can be avoided. Now, after finishing the code development part, the next tool chain is build. In this stage, one needs to handle software builds and versions. Automated tools like Ansible, Puppet, Docker, Chef, Maven, JFrog, Artifactory, and Gradle are used to assemble and package code for the production release. Now comes the testing part. Here, continuous testing is carried out throughout this phase to ensure the highest possible code quality. JUnit, Vagrant, Code Deception, Selenium, TestNG, and BlazeMeter are some examples of this tool. Finally, after testing, it's now turn to release the product, that is deploy. Tools to organize, coordinate, schedule, and automate product releases into production is included in this phase. OpenShift, Puppet, Chef, Ansible, Docker, and Jira are some examples of tools. Then the next stage is operate. During this stage, software management is done during the manufacturing process. Chef, Ansible, Salt, Puppet, PowerShell, and other are some of the examples of the tools used at this stage. Then the product is being monitored. During this stage, issues from a specific software release that is currently in use must be identified and information is gathered about it. New Relic, Datadog, Grafana, Wireshark, Splunk, Nagios, or Slack are few examples of tools used at this stage. Now all these tools support DevOps principles such as automating, coordination, and interaction between development and operations team. Hence, DevOps team ensures that there is improved and quicker product delivery, quicker problem resolution and less complexity, improved availability and scalability, more reliable working conditions, improved use of resources, increased automation, greater transparency of system results, and enhanced creativity. So, as you can see, DevOps is all about people, processes, and tools for the benefit of business agility. It's now time to wrap up. Thanks for watching this video and hope this video helped you to understand the concept of DevOps more clearly. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Till then, happy learning!